Good morning, everyone. So it's bright and early here, ready to get working. Got some things to do. Got the plants yesterday. Need to get them planted. Gonna be barbecuing some chicken tonight. Well, smoking some chicken breast tonight. So I need to get some of the wood ready for that. And got an interesting story to tell. But we'll make sure we get it all on video. And we'll see you in a little bit here. Alright, so here we are. Got my table all set up. Let me show you that real quick here. Bear with me a minute. Alright, there's all our plants. All the goodness we got here. This is another bag of seeds I had to get at another store. I'll tell you that story in a second. These things make great planters. Great little miniature hothouses for some of the seeds I need to start. And of course, all my good mix here and stuff like that. And but let me set this down, and I'll tell you the story really quick. I think you're going to find it very interesting. Right, anyway, went into Walmart to get the plants and stuff. Good deal on the plants, like $3 a pop. So that was really good. Got what I wanted and everything. Couple of big boy tomatoes, some Liberty Bell peppers. Let's see, what else we got? Some husky cherry tomatoes, some sugar baby watermelon, because I do love me some watermelon, and some cantaloupe, ambrosia cantaloupe. My wife loves cantaloupe, so I didn't tell her about that one. We got some basil, Genovese everleaf. It's a little yellow. Feels like it probably got a little too much water, so we're going to let it dry out. I may hold off on planting it for a little bit, let it dry out a little bit, see if it can recover. And it may just because it wasn't getting a lot of light. Where it was setting, there wasn't a whole lot of light. So I'll leave them sit outside for a couple days and see how they do. If they start to green up a little bit, then we're good. Got some rosemary, of course, have to get the rosemary. And I got some zucchini plants. And I think we should be good with that. Didn't want to get a whole lot. Like I said, it's just a container garden here for right now. I said I was going to set it on the deck, but I kind of watched the sun yesterday, and it really doesn't get a whole lot of light until mid-afternoon, like around 1. And then it gets light till about 6. But there's spots like I showed you out in the yard there. I think it's sun from like 9 a.m. to about 7 o'clock. So I think once I put the tarp out there and get it where I want it to go and have it nailed down and everything, I think what I'll do is I'll set these right over there on it or by it. And at least that way I'll see how things grow there, you know? If they're doing really well, then I'll know that's a really great spot for the garden. If some things aren't working too well, we'll move it and see what happens. But that's that for now. Now, the story at Walmart, got the plants and everything, and went to look for seeds and everything, and one of the guys that works in the lawn and garden center was there, and I said, "Hey, where are your seeds?" And he says, "Oh, I got a story to tell you." Older guy, about 75 years old, so... Anyway, the manager of the store told him that morning to take all the seeds. He said probably about 400 packets of seeds and just throw them away. Because, her words, he said, not mine, planting season was over. Yeah. Mind you now, it's May, 26th? 26th, I think. 27th? Something like that. May 26th, 27th. Yeah, and planting season is over. It's Sunday. That's all I know. I'm not sure exactly what the date is. Kind of lost track of that here a while back. But, yeah, planting season's over. I'm like, seriously? No, this is upstate South Carolina. No, planting season is not over. Get stuff in the ground now, and it'll within the next month or so, and it'll still be good. still be able to harvest it. It'll still grow well. He's like, yeah, I told her to, mark them down 50 cents a packet, and they would have sold out in a day. Wouldn't have, and, we would have got a little money from them and wouldn't have to worry about it. He said she was like, no, throw them away. I was like, okay, well. Okay, and we're back. So what I've done is these lovely things here. Yes, I know they are styrofoam, but we're going to make them work because it's what we have. I've gone ahead and drilled some drainage holes in them all around the sides, just so the water doesn't sit in the bottom there like that. And all around our front, we have holly bushes. And around the deck here, there's plants, lilies. And they're all filled with this horrible rock mulch. And I hate it. I despise it because you can't get through it to plant anything else. So it all needs to be dug out. And I've been wondering what to do with it. And, hey, lo and behold, this will make a great drainage thing in the bottom of these pots. So went and scooped them up, threw in a box, and we'll get them put in the bottom there and get some soil in there and some good humus and get some plants in it. These here, we're going to plant corn in them. I'm going to start with corn first on these. All right, so I'll show you that once I have it going here, okay? And as you can see, we got a nice little layer of rocks in there. Next, we're going to add some potting mix and some humus, layer it up and mix it in really good. And like I said, we're going to plant corn in this one. So we'll be back in a little bit here. All right, and here we go. We got our first one filled. Just get that compost mixed in really good. Get out nicely. Alrighty. I got them planted in the other corners. Where I was always taught with corn, you put 4 of them in a hole about an inch or so deep. Excuse me. Usually the rows are about 2 feet apart, but kind of squeezed with space here. I'm going to sow them about 10 inches apart here. That's what that is always taught. My hand across there like that. That's about 7-8 inches. I'm guessing that's about 10 inches here. And this is about 15 inches. So that should work. And if it doesn't, we'll remember for next year. But I'm going to get something out of it, that I know, and I'm not worried about that. So this is going to be awesome. All right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to set this aside. Please ignore my dirt pile over there. When I opened it up, I was pouring it in. Slipped out of my hand a little bit, and I spilled some. Not going to waste it. I'll get it in a minute in the next one. And here's my second thing of corn all ready to go. Get her covered up. Alright, so that's 2. That's my corn. That's all I'm doing for corn. Okay, so the next thing I did, I get some buckets, and I've drilled holes in them. I've drilled them in the sides too. So get some drainage out of it all around. Is that one of them I missed? Oh, there it is right there. And some in the center and everything. We'll put our rocks in, and I think these tomatoes, I don't know. I'll show you when I'm done. Be back. Alright, and there we have our 2 husky cherry tomatoes. Yeah, you notice the price is still on them. But got them in there, planted nice and deep. Make sure you put it above the first set of branches coming off. Bury them really good, because the more roots, the better. And I don't know, as they grow, I might even add a little more dirt to it. Just give them a really good, healthy root system in there. Alright, so they are set in and ready to go. I'll be back in a minute with a couple more. Hey, I just wanted to show you all, so you know, this That's what I'm using to scrape up all those rocks in those beds as much as I can. And then I scoop them up with this and dump them in the box. So yeah, it's a slow, tedious process. They are heavy, so that box is not always full. I'm hoping I got enough to get through the rest of the buckets I need for right now. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. It's crazy. What can I say? Alright, be back. And just so y'all know, I'm doing about 2/3 potting mix. 1/3. That's a big old clump of manure. Doing 2/3 potting mix. 1/3 of the clump of manure. 1/3 of the compost. Let's chop that baby up. He wasn't quite composted down. There's quite a few clumps in this bag. I'm sorry, I keep moving my camera away so you can see what I'm doing here. Just mixing it up good. Alrighty. I'm gonna dig a hole here. Oh, get my hands in the dirt. It feels nice. It feels really nice. Okay. I think we're gonna put peppers in this one. Alright, let's see. Hang on. So, you know what? I decided just to save on soil, which probably going to need to get some more of, but do what we can. I decided to plant the basil with the peppers. They go well together. They grow well together. Also, I decided to plant some spinach in there. As you can see, the little seeds in there. They make a great little cover crop and everything. I'll cover them up here in a minute. But remember doing that before. We'd always plant some spinach with our peppers and our tomatoes because it makes like a great cover crop. It does well with them. I'll cover that up with about 3/4 of an inch or so of soil here. Just a second. Give me a handful of soil in there. Water it down. Don't want too much. And they should be up in about a week or two. And see how they're doing when they come up, and thin them out if I need to. I put them an inch apart. It's supposed to be about 4 inches apart. We'll see. See when they come up how they're doing. But there's some spinach, there's some peppers, and there's some basil, and I'm going to do that with the other pepper and basil plant as well. I'll put some spinach in that as well. I'm going to have to make a sign on here that there's some spinach in there as well. All right. Be back in a minute. All right, so we're back. We got my tomatoes planted. And tomatoes and spinach do well together, so I threw some spinach in there just to see what happens. This here, I got bush beans planted in. Nothing else. I was going to think about putting some rosemary in there, but I didn't want to crowd them out, so you know what? I am going to plant a couple of rosemary in there. Yeah, I'm going to plant some rosemary in there with them bush beans. And as you can see, I've run out of soil. So, yeah, I got a little compost left. I think I have a small bag of potting soil around here somewhere. Might be able to get some of my other stuff planted because I got a few things here. I got my cantaloupe and my sugar baby watermelon and my zucchini to plant yet. I got plenty of containers. I figured I'd put the zucchini in that styrofoam one there. But, yeah. So, I'll show you that once I get done whatever I'm going to do here. And then we'll be all set, okay? And here we go. We got our zucchini planted. I had another small bag of potting soil for flowers. Hey, you know what? Use what you got, right? Dumped it in there. Dumped in what was left of my compost, which wasn't a lot. I was like, you know what? What am I going to do? And I remembered over by where they ground all those stumps down a year ago. Went over there, and nice soil. That those wood chips have broken down very nicely, and some nice soil in there. So I went and threw that on top and mixed it in really good and everything. And I got some nice 4 dark zucchini plants planted here. And again, my tomatoes and big boys and not zucchini, spinach planted there. I still got my sugar baby watermelon and my cantaloupe to plant. And I still got some peas. What else do I have to plant? Some mesclun mixed lettuce, peas. I planted my bush beans. Yeah, oh, that's what I planted in with the tomato. No, that's not bush beans. What did I plant the bush beans with? The rosemary, that's it. Wow. Okay, so yeah, the rosemary over there and the bush beans. So I think I might plant peas in one of those there, see how they do. And well, we'll show you when we get to planting the rest of the stuff. Might be another week or so before I get the rest of the stuff I need. I was saying it might be a week or two before I get the rest of the stuff I need. But as you can see, I got my hands in the dirt. It feels really good. Yeah, I'll make sure I make a video showing of planting those and everything. It hasn't taken me that long, maybe a couple hours or so. Yeah, and I made a heck of a mess, but it's part of the fun of it, So we'll go ahead and we'll do that, and I'll show you the rest of the stuff here in a second, and definitely show you if I decide to put them out there in the sun or if I just leave them on the deck for tonight anyway, just to get acclimated to this environment around here and everything. Don't know yet, but I'll make sure I show you when I decide to do that tonight or not. Alright, we'll talk to you in a little bit here. We got us a nice fire going. We are going to smoke some chicken breast I've had marinating for 24 hours. That's beautiful, ain't it? Isn't that gorgeous? Cumin, brown sugar, Italian seasoning, nutmeg, paprika, butter, garlic, real garlic, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of black pepper. That's about it. Oh, and about a cup of soy sauce. And just mixed all that up in there and everything and let that soak in that for a while. I think that's going to be some amazing stuff right there. Get a nice hot fire going and get some coals down. And then I am going to put some of that wet wood I made on there, and then we're going to smoke this baby up. That's going to be some good stuff, I'm telling you right now. Stay tuned. Yep, so as you can see, we got the chicken on, and she is smoking up a storm. I'm going to put the lid on. Over here, we got rain coming, thundering. So that's why I wanted to get this done real quick. Get this fire going and smoking. And we are set. So let that sit on there for an hour or two. Come and check on her and see what she looks like, because she is smoking up a storm. Oh my, look at them chickens. And it looks like we're just in time because it's starting to rain. We'll get this inside and see what else we can get whipped up for dinner tonight. But, oh, that chicken does look good, don't it? Oh man, look at that chicken. Oh, it's so tender. Ooh. My wife's gonna smack me. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna smack myself for this. Alright, rain's starting to come down harder. Let me get out of here now. Talk to you later.